Hiya! Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how I made this soft and fluffy milk bread loaf. If you're trying to turn things around in your household and make more homemade meals, keep watching. All the ingredients and exact measurements will be in the description box below. Once you have all your ingredients measured out, we're going to start off by activating our yeast. To do so, we're going to mix our milk and our sugar together, and we want it to get just a little warm because if it's too hot, our yeast will die. Mix well to dissolve the sugar. Pour your warm milk in a bowl. Then add your yeast and mix well to dissolve it. Set it aside and let's move on to making our flour paste. To make the flour paste, we're going to add milk and flour to our saucepan and we're going to mix well. We're going to first mix to dissolve the flour, and then on medium heat, we're going to continue mixing until our paste thickens. This paste is used to improve the texture of our bread and also make it softer and last longer. As it gets thicker, I will have to move from a whisk to a spatula. Scrape down the sides, mix well until our flour is well cooked. This process took less than 5 minutes. Our flour paste is ready and this is what it looks like. Set it aside and let it cool. Let's come back to the bowl with our activated yeast. We're gonna add our milk powder and our egg yolk and we're gonna mix well. When our milk powder is dissolved, we're going to add our flour and our salt. Then add your cooled flour paste. Let's take our bowl to the stand mixer. Exact ingredients and measurement will be in the description box below. Using the hook attachment, we're going to mix on low speed. It's going to look like it's not coming together, but trust the process. Look at the difference 5 minutes can make. When our dough has come together, we're going to give it a scrape down and then we're going to add our butter. I am making this dough with a stand mixer, but you can also do it by hand. When you add the butter, the dough kind of splits, but have no fear. Keep mixing until it comes together. Then add the second half of your butter until it comes together again because it will split every time you add butter. Look at how our dough has come together after adding the butter. You must always trust the process. When all my ingredients are kneaded, I'm going to scrape down the bowl and assemble everything into a ball. While doing so, I realized that my dough was a bit soft, so I added some flour and I kneaded again. See, there is no right or wrong way. You can't mess this up. If it's too soft, you just add some flour. So I added about 2 extra tablespoons of flour and my dough was perfect. Let's sprinkle some flour on our countertop so that we can put our dough and that it doesn't stick on it. Here is our beautiful dough. It shouldn't be too soft and not too hard. We're gonna knead it a little and then form a ball. Once we have formed our ball shape with our dough, we're gonna add just a little bit of oil so it doesn't stick to our bowl while it's proofing. Add your dough to your bowl and put it in a warm spot. I put mine in the oven so that it can double in size for 45 minutes. Here is our dough 45 minutes later, well rested and proofed. I oiled my hands and I punched the air out the dough. This recipe makes 1 loaf of milk bread. If you want 2, you will have to double it. This dough is so soft and nice, I can tell the bread will be wonderful. I took my scale out to weigh my dough because I wanted to make 3 equal balls of dough, but that didn't work out. You can just eyeball it. As you can see, they all were a different size. One were 214 grams, the other 211, and the last one 213 grams. So I could have done that with my eyes, honestly. Anyways, now that you have your 3 balls of dough, you can get your loaf pan, and I'm going to show you how to form your loaf of bread. Grab your rolling pin with one of your dough balls and you're gonna flatten it out long ways like so. Flatten it as flat as you can. Patch up any holes if you have any like mine, it's no problem. And then you're gonna fold over the left side and then fold over the right side. It's easier to show than to explain. Then flatten it some more using your hand or the rolling pin. Then you're gonna roll it over on itself like so. Roll it kind of like a cinnamon roll, and then we're gonna seal the bottom part like this. Add it to your loaf pan, then repeat the process. I'm gonna show you a second time. Here is our second cinnamon roll dough ball and our third one. Fix them well, make sure that they are in the middle of our loaf pan so that when they proof evenly. Let's add them to the oven so that they can proof. I let them proof for 45 minutes, then I took them out of the oven, added the top of my loaf pan on and baked them for 30 minutes. There you have it, guys. Our loaf is ready. Our house is smelling delightful because I know that you will try this recipe. I was over the moon about this loaf of bread because I know that it will make my life so much easier in the morning. During breakfast time, I can just go ahead and make sandwiches. So fluffy and so soft. Your family will definitely benefit from you making bread at home. If you enjoy watching my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a like and leave me a comment. Tell me where you're watching from. I will be sure to answer you. I just could not wait to taste this loaf of bread, but if you can, be sure to let it cool before slicing it. Peep the inside of this bread. Can you tell how soft and fluffy it is? If this video hasn't encouraged you to make your own bread at home, I don't know what will. Look at that. And as always, be sure to cook at home and to cook with love. See you next time.